Tearing the fibers is what I want, number one. Tearing the fibers. And that way the body has to rebuild those, and that takes 48 hours. That uses calories, that builds muscle and strength. And that's why I made the chart for me, because when I diet really hard, I like to be able to see that I'm marking off everything and I got everything in. These guys in here too. What's up, guys? And I got these guys set up on a couple different things. I got them set up to where I got a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. So take notes today. So I showed them the icon book. This is my notebook. This is what I write down what I want to do this next year. And I also recommend doing this. I recommend doing this away from everybody, away from your family, your significant other, your kids. Do this by yourself. I'm a dog guy, so what I'll do is I'll take the pups to the beach, and at the beach, what I'll do is then start writing down the notes and things that I want to do this year. And what I'm gonna put my energy to, and what I'm not gonna put my energy to. So that's one of the big things too. All right, then I made this. This is a chart. This chart is basically a little Markov thing for me. As I go into this 30-day fast start program, it is something that I can actually just kind of go in there, got meal one done, did my cardio, got my abs, got calf work in, got my first workout in. If I'm going to do a second workout, I'll mark that off. And then what I want to be able to do is through the weeks is make sure that all these things are marked off and I didn't miss anything. Mostly going into the new year, this is great. Like it's got my 2 shakes, my meals, breakfast. Am I fasting that day or am I eating? Body parts, ab work, calves. I have some extra stuff down here that I put down posing 15 minutes. For me, it's important to pose. That way I can keep my mind to muscle connection really connected. And then my cardios. And again, it's for me to look at on the board in the gym, in my gym, that I made sure that I got everything in. So this is something I just made up on my computer. But I'll probably have FITPLAN make something like this. I think it's a cool thing. You print it out and you have a little something something to make sure you marked it off. But with the FITPLAN, you already have stuff in there to mark off. This is extra. This is extra stuff because the gym is only one aspect of this. If you guys are really going to get in shape this year, there's so much other important aspects of this. And that is like the sleep, the water. Are the workouts really getting connected? And what I mean by that is, are you connecting the mind to the muscle? Are you really working the back? Are you connecting with the legs? Or are you guys just going through the motions? And I talk to you guys about this a lot. Can you go in the gym and work out and do nothing? Yeah. If you're going in and just going through the motions and speeding through it and not really connecting to the muscles and working the muscles, yeah, you could actually just waste the whole workout. Did you get a sweat? Sure, you got a sweat going, but you didn't connect it. Here's the funniest thing. I've had people, elite, the most pinnacle of athletes, come and train with me. And when they're done with the workout, they're like, holy sheesh, I've never trained like this before. And it's not like something I did so differently. It's just I'm making sure the fundamentals. Are you connected to the exercise? Are you in it? Are you focused on this? Is everything working perfectly? Are you really focused on the bicep, on the curl? Is that what's going on here? And so I change things in that aspect. And again, I know the majority of you guys want to go into the gym, get a sweat going. That means that you're working hard. It doesn't. You want to get a good pump, because then if you got a pump, that means you really train the muscle. No, it doesn't. It just means you had very little rest and you had carbohydrates and you got a good pump. Tearing the fibers is what I want, number one. Tearing the fibers. And that way the body has to rebuild those, and that takes 48 hours. That uses calories, that builds muscle and strength. So those are really some of the biggest things I hope you guys take note on. And that's why I made the chart for me. Because when I diet really hard, I like to be able to see that I'm marking off everything and I got everything in. And so that's why I did this. And I'll put this up later for you guys to take a look at, so you can kind of see what I did for me, and put extra stuff on there for whatever you do. If you meditate, put that on there. Did I get my 15 minutes of meditation? Did I get my alone time to focus on what I want in life and goals and stuff? With a hectic world that we live in, do we get that alone time to really listen to the mind and muscle, the mind, and what you want to do? I did a video yesterday with Heath Evans, and it's blowing up, and you never know about these things. And the reason it's blowing up is because we really just talked about trying to be the best you can. So hopefully you guys go over and take a look at that video. It's just talking about the struggles we go through and come out the other side, or at least understand we're going through struggles, keep fighting them, to be better, to be stronger, and that's life. Life is tough. And so we're just trying to get better and do this stuff. Also, if you can, some of the things that I recommend is keep reading, and then implement them into your life and see if they really work. And so right now I'm working on a new one, 12 different anti-aging things to help us stay youthful. And by saying that, we're going into 2020, and I'm going to put up a picture for all you young 20-year-olds. I'm going to put up a picture of 30 years ago of one of my first covers. And the size is the same, and the muscularity, and visually pretty close to the same 30 years ago. And so we talk about time machines and how can we get better or healthy. We can start the plans and understand that there's something there in that repetition and the basics that really gets you to a level that the rest of the world is not doing, because they jump around so much. And they're not trying to get actually better over a period of time, instead like a year. They just want to be better today. So after you guys do the 30-day challenge and you got that motivation and you saw that change in 30 days, imagine what we could do in 2 months or in 3 months, or what you will be like in a year. I have a client out of St. Louis, wealthy, but 40 years old. And I said, how would you like to look better at 50? Because you already got tons of money. You got everything going for you, except the one thing is you're overweight and you're killing yourself by the amount of work you're doing because you're trying to be a billionaire instead of focusing on that vessel, the body and the mind. And I said, how would you like to be better in a year or in 10 years? Visually look better and more youthful in 10 years than you do today. Well, it's been a year, and he sent pictures, and he goes, I never thought I could get younger every year. And so that was cool. It was cool to see somebody, again, I know not all of us are that successful and living that kind of life. But what I'm telling you today is if you do the work and you stay consistent more than anything else, it's amazing what you guys can do. It's amazing how much you can change. And we already showed you that. So again, make sure you got your notebook. Make sure you get some alone time today before the new year and start writing things down. A book I want to recommend, Clark Bartram, Magical Mornings. The reason why is because a lot of times, again, we don't put our thoughts down on paper. We don't see our thoughts. We just think them. And one of the things that I love to do is to be able to really see what I'm thinking and what's making up my mind for the things that I'm doing. And so that's a huge part of me. And so I make sure to get up in the morning. I'm up early, spend about 15-20 minutes of writing, and really get my head going, and then I'm off to the gym and training. With this new nutrition plan for the 30-day fast start, it is simple. You will never miss a meal. There's only 6 meals. There's technically 4 meals because I know that you guys don't consider a protein drink a meal, but it is. And 2 drinks. It's easy. The nutrition, again, for you guys that are late to this, over on Icon. So go over and take a look at it. Get started on that nutrition when you can. I know tonight you guys are going to celebrate and get crazy. Get crazy, have fun, do whatever you need to do. Blow your load tonight. We're starting tomorrow. It's a new year. It's a new training. Everything is going well. All right. But I'm excited about this year, man, more than ever. So let's see.